Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here from the rinks in Hauppauge, the first of 3 games here on the South Rink slate as we get things started with developmental hockey here between the Connetquot Sayville Thunderbirds and the East Islip Chiefs. Good evening once again. Brady Campbell with you alongside Wally Mitchell on our camera, and it should be a good one. Both these teams not exactly the starts to the season that they wanted. We'll start with the Thunderbirds here. They do have a win on the year. They're 1-4-0, sitting in 6th place currently, middle of the pack. Their last time out, 6-2 loss back on October the 22nd versus Northport Huntington Gold. 2 goals in that one were scored by Ray Ruslowitz as well as Joel Antoniou. Letting him 5 goals in that one was Grant Calder. For East Islip, still searching for their first win. They sit in 7th place right behind the Thunderbirds, so this is a crucial game for positioning. Their last time out, though, on October the 25th, overtime loss, 8-7 against the undefeated Sachem Braves, a game in which East Islip nearly pulled out the victory. They had 2 goals, 2 assists from Connor Ivers. Patrick Penny had a hat-trick. Nico Walton had 2 goals. Declan Grieve gave up 8 in a thrilling losing effort in that game. East Islip was down 2-0, down 4-1 halfway through the game. By the end of the second, they were down 5-4. They came back to tie it before a late Sachem goal. And then early in the third, they get 3 straight and go up 7-5 before Sachem. Good teams find ways to win games. They were able to come back and steal that one in overtime in the Game of the Year candidate thus far. We'll take a brief timeout for the national anthem when we come back. Starting goalies and puck drop, what should be a good one here to kick things off tonight for the Suffolk County High School Hockey League here on LI Sports Network. We're back here on LI Sports Network, just about set for puck drop for developmental hockey. Connetquot Sayville gold against East Islip black, as the Chiefs looking for their first win of the season. On the other side, looking for win number 2 are the Thunderbirds. And we look at the starting goaltenders here. For East Islip will be Declan Grieve in the the home white. The Chiefs going left to right. On the other side, T-Birds going right to left. We haven't gotten the starting goalie yet for the Thunderbirds, but we'll update that for you as soon as we can. Wearing a bit of a different jersey down the other end as well. And we're underway. East Islip with the puck here in their own zone. We do apologize. We having a little bit of technical difficulties with our score bug, but we're working on that right now. We'll have that up for you in a moment. Scoreless here in the early going as Connor Ivers centers it across, and it doesn't make it through, and there it is. 30 seconds into the hockey game, and here comes Connetquot Sayville trying to escape their zone. They do, a potential 2-on-1. Hustling back on it, though, Avery Walsh, and she'll get there ahead of Antonio. Around the boards it goes. 2-on-1 battle there in favor of the Chiefs. Now turns into a 2-on-2. A little bit of contact there. We play on. Bouncing puck towards the slot. Picked off. Walsh got separated from the puck as Ivers was ahead of the defense there, but it swung back in deep. Chiefs deflect it back out to center ice. And Antoniou gets to it. Joel Antoniou, 7 goals, 2 assists here on the young season. And he's showing off why there. Great save by Grieve on a phenomenal move by Antoniou. Stays alive in the East Islip zone. Walsh lost the handle. Antoniou looking for the wraparound. Now whiffs on the shot. Another try. Walsh blocked it. And she has room to try and clear. It was deflected by Antoniou and held in for a moment. This time, though, the Chiefs will get it down. Ivers got the touch. No icing. Here's Fielding in his own end. New line out there for both sides. Nico Walton, who we mentioned had 2 goals in that thrilling affair against Sachem on the ice here for the Chiefs as it's brought back in by Liam Rakos. Centering pass swept aside that time by Flanagan. And now it comes to his side. He'll go chase it to the corner. It gets past Patrick Penny and held in. Another try towards the slot goes behind the net. Konstantinos Katsonis moves it to the side of the net, to the circle. A couple whacks at it, they score! Didn't look like Grieve could find the puck. And Connetquot Sayville takes the early 1-0 lead. See who gets the last touch on this rebound here. I believe that's Rakos right in front. Yep, he whacks it home, and Liam Rakos has the T-Birds off and running. His 4th goal of the season, 7th point. And here's James Penny as East Islip looks to respond. So a lot of hockey here left to be played, and room for plenty of goals as we've seen from these 2 teams throughout the young season. Penny moving in towards the net, and he scores! And there it is. East Islip answers right back on a goal from James Penny. He just swoops in and is able to work his way to the slot there. And kind of catches the goalie, Noah Martin, just leaning a little bit too far. Back in come the T-Birds, looking to answer right back. Moving his way towards the slot. Jonathan Katsonis couldn't get through. So it is Noah Martin starting tonight for the Thunderbirds. Just 1 game played on the season. His goals against up until this point was 0.00. Doesn't have a game to his record just yet, and we get a whistle here, and it looks like offside against Connetquot Sayville. Declan Grieve, meanwhile, has started all 5 games so far. 6.17 goals against. He, like his team, searching for his first win, nearly had it last week on Saturday. Down the ice, deflected, no icing. Lucas Long gets the assist on the Penny goal, and Konstantinos Katsonis on the Rakos goal. Shot goes wide, this time from the point. Just over 4 minutes played, and both teams have found the back of the net once. Clear down the ice, no icing here against Connetquot Sayville. 2 goals separated by 29 seconds. That time it hops fielding stick, and here's Ivers back the other way. We've seen what he can do. Ivers to the circle. What a move! And a big save, rebound, score! Ivers making it happen again, and Robert Cusack the wide open net. 2-1 Chiefs. How about this move? A great save that time by Martin as well, but no one can find the puck other than Cusack. And he makes no mistake. First lead of the game for East Islip. Now the pace has picked up, and back and forth we go, and Ivers back into the back end again. The shot scooped up and held by Martin as he's settling into this hockey game. We did just get word as well for all you SCHSHL fanatics out there that our second game tonight between St. Anthony's JV Black and Ward Melville JV ended in a forfeit tonight. More information in the second is back in. Come the T-Birds. The backhand try goes just wide. Clear down the ice. This will be an icing. Face-off back in the East Islip zone. A forfeit loss for Ward Melville, so St. Anthony's will take the win. It'll go down as 1-0 in the scorebook, a forfeit win. And they will improve to 7-0 on the young season. Ward Melville will drop to 0-7. But just wanted to alert anyone who was wanting to tune into that game. It will not be happening tonight. Here's Walton. Nice feed. Patrick Penny settles. Shoot, save Martin. Collision at the half wall. Potential rush the other way. Here's Antoniou driving in. Tried to take it to the forehand. Flanagan with the sweeping stick took it away and clears. Sepulveda up the ice. The defenseman moves in. Flicks a shot wide. 2 players greet each other in the corner. Penny digs it free, gave it away. Up the boards it goes and out. Antoniou has to step on it. Antoniou taking it wide. Sepulveda hustling back, and he stripped the puck from Antoniou. Great defensive back check that time. May have saved a goal. Walton banks it out. Gotta hustle back on it here. It's a foot race, and it is an icing. It just had enough legs to get to the goal line, and the faceoff will come back down the Chiefs zone. Fast-paced start to this hockey game. 3 goals in less than 2 minutes. Have a 2-1 lead for East Islip as they trail 1-0. Cusack ahead of the play. Penny says, I'm going to do it myself. James Penny down the wing. Cusack to the goal. He tried to center it. It was blocked in front. Now he gets it through. He couldn't get a clean shot away, and the rebound cleared away. Schmalacher couldn't quite hold it in. Puck sent to Katsonis. Has a teammate with him. Dishes it across, pass just on the wrong side of the intended target, and back the other way. Cusack deflects it in. Hustling back on it, Ryan Donnelly. Cusack stripped it away. Tries the wrap chance. In front, they score. Cusack sweeps it out in front. No goal. No goal. It was put in by Anthony Ragaseo. on the wrap try. We'll get another look at it. The net may have popped off slightly, but we'll try and digest what just happened here. So Cusack sweeps it in front. Not sure exactly what the call is there, but it is no goal with 8:02 left. Face off to the right of Martin. Iliano takes a bump, couldn't get it through. Ivers tries to move it down low, swept around by Ryan Aiello to the near side. Ivers takes it away, moves to his backhand. Ivers flips it looking for Iliano through his skates. Bouncing puck just beyond the blue line and out to center, and Penny will find it. Down the ice it goes on net. Martin. No, it's in! A dumping attempt from the red line finds the back of the net. It's 3-1 Chiefs. I believe this is going to be Penny. I said from the red line, that's behind the blue line, and that's a tough break there for Travis Martin. Certainly one that he'll want back. The Chiefs will take it. They lead it 3-1 halfway through this first period. And after that interesting no goal, the Chiefs do get that third one to go up by 2. Bermudez with a nice move. Backhands it out. And a near takeaway for Antoniou. Would have had a good chance for the T-Birds. Down the ice, potential icing. Nope, waved off. Bermudez, first one on it. Moves it for Ivers. Up the wall. Banked out. And Caleb Hay will get back on it. Across for Ivers. Down the ice, Bermudez holds it in. Tries to step up, Ivers recovers. Burns tries to keep it moving. It went through his skates. And back the other way, it comes East Islip. Nice move by Walton. Walton, as Ivers going to the goal. Irizarry is the trailer. Good defense, though, in the corner. It comes back to Walsh, who flips it towards the net. Intercepted there, and now Antoniou looks for a path out. To the blue line. Walsh couldn't quite hold it. Waits for her teammates to touch up and dumps it in. East Islip will make a couple changes here. Pass fanned on. Ivers towards the net off the outside of the goal as Martin was leaning the other way. Centering pass, Bermudez able to fight it out. The help of Ruslowitz. And Walsh. Walsh collision that time with Ruslowitz. We play on as Antoniou nearly took the puck back. Ruslowitz got back to his feet and dumps it down low. To the blue line, held in by Bermudez. Around the boards, Nathan Burns. Walsh back to her feet here and looking to clear it up the ice. Deflected out by Long. Locks up with Bermudez. Walton into help. He was checked. Back the other way, Antoniou. Walsh was looking for a change. She'll have to stay out there as Declan Grieve makes the save. Keeps this game 3-1 in favor of his team. He made this was while the game was scoreless here. He came up with a big save on Antoniou in the early going to keep this game where it was at, right there. Shot off the draw, blocked, and dumped back in, offside. Face off just outside the EI zone. And the clearing attempt held in. Still fighting for it. Now putting it in deep is Rakos, who has the opening goal of this game. And the lone one for the Thunderbirds as they work to change that here. Gasek to the point. A yellow shot block. Gasek down low. Backhand try, didn't make it through. Sepulveda locks up with Gasek. Cusack gets it down the ice. Rakos gets to it. Cuts around Cusack. Couldn't pick it up on the other side, however. Here's Aiello. Looking for Gasek. It got by him. Held in by Flanagan. Katsonis behind the defense. They're trying to find a way to get it to him. They could not. Great stick by Recaseo. Then he gave it away to Rakos. Gasek at the half wall. Towards the net. Goes behind. Rakos tries to center. Comes right out through the slot. Cusack couldn't get it out. It was held in. Now Cusack finds it. On for Sepulveda down the near side. Stays with it. Has a man in front as Donley. Checks him to the boards with Aiello. Walton sweeping it in front. Rather, that was Cusack. Pad save by Martin. Clear down the ice, and this will be an icing. With just over 3 minutes remaining here in the first period of play. It's been a good one so far. East Islip leads 3-1. Still in search for their first victory of the season that they came oh so close to getting back on Saturday. Off to a good start so far after giving up the opening goal. They responded 29 seconds later and have gotten 2 more. Cleared back out by the T-Birds. Schmalacher hustling after it. But it's the T-Birds that get their first centering pass. Pops up in front and we get a whistle, and it looks like the game's first penalty. A roughing call against James Penny. And the game's first power play to Connetquot Sayville. With just 2:47 left in the period and an opportunity to get back within 1. Some last second changes for the penalty kill for East Islip as the faceoff is won by Connetquot Sayville. Puck comes to the near side. Overskated by Antoniou. Here's Walton. We've seen the shorthanded prowess of this team as well, but it's taken away. Antoniou charges back in. Takes the shot, just missed. Walks up behind. Everyone trying to find the puck. Few players spill down. Now Hay check to the boards. And Long will clear. Approaching 2 minutes to play in period number 1. Well, the T-Birds got a hold up at the line as Ruslowitz brought it in. Here's Burns on the follow-up. His shot muffled. Great defense so far from the Chiefs. Getting their sticks in lanes. Now a great pass. That time shot fanned on Antony, who fired it wide. Burns on the rebound. Another great defensive stick by Walton. Centering pass. Flanagan knocked it away. Antoniou locks up with Walton. Ruslowitz in to help. Antoniou nearly stepped through, draws the penalty as it's fought on goal where it's covered. And another penalty upcoming here against East Islip. 31 seconds of 5-on-3 hockey with just 1:18 left in the period. And a golden opportunity for the T-Birds. A yellow towards the goal, blocked down by Walsh. Great defensive stick again by number 35 in white. Puck played legally and then held in. Hay tries to hammer it out and does. Final minute of play in the period. Final 10 of the first penalty. Nice move to get around Walsh. Antoniou back in. Antoniou to the circle. Walsh recovers along with Hay. Centering pass bounced right through. Here's Aiello. Will flip it in as his team touches up. Half a minute left in the period. Walsh head up, looks to clear, gets it past Aiello and down the ice. And the first one on it will be Ivers as it bounces toward the net. Martin forced to cover. .2 left in the period. And an offensive zone face-off here for East Islip. Short-handed. Face-off to the left of Martin. It's like one of the T-Birds didn't have their mouthpiece in. Now we're set to play. Buck down, Ivers tried to shoot it right off the draw. Couldn't get it through. Penny, though, will hammer it back down to the corner. And now Patrick Penny. Had James driving, had Ivers in front as well. It's clear this side, final seconds. Antoniou with a step. Can he get a shot away? Great closing speed by James Penny. It comes in on goal where it's covered with 1 second left. Puck down, and that'll do it for the first period of play. Connetquot Sayville struck first on the goal by Liam Rako. Since then, 3 straight for East Islip. Penny, Cusack, and Penny again. 3-1 EI after 1. We'll be right back for the second period here on LI Sports Network. Welcome back to the LI Sports Network's coverage of the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. Second period set to go between East Islip and Connetquot Sayville. Developmental hockey right here on the LI Sports Network. 3-1 lead, East Islip after 1. Brady Campbell with you alongside Wally Mitchell on the camera. Final 30 seconds here of a T-Birds power play. That was a 5-on-3 for about half a minute. So far, unsuccessful. They did score the opening goal, but 29 seconds later, James Penny responded. He has the insurance tally as well in a 3-1 lead. Gets out. Hay waiting for it there. And Caleb Hay sends it right back where it came from, and that will kill the remainder of the Nico Walton penalty. He was sitting for interference. Penny steps up and holds it in. Behind the net, Cusack won the puck free. Cusack, nice move in tight, got a shot away. Not much room to work with, though, and it was stopped. Clear down the ice, Declan Grieve. James Penny takes it wide. The pink tape on his blade. The pink socks as well for EI here in October. Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Penny's shot goes wide. Cusack, big rebound. It got blocked that time. Stuff attempt from Cusack. Where's the puck? Laying down Martin. Right now the puck's in the crease. Did not see any signal from the ref, but it looks like no goal. And we'll have the face-off to the right of Martin, who was sprawled out that time, able to keep the puck out. Face-off to the right of the goalie, Noah Martin. Flanagan holds it in, looking for Sepulveda, who's in his skates. Wasn't able to hold it in. It's offside, but if he didn't make that play, it might have been going the other way. Doldig over-skated. Here's Flanagan off the draw. Moves in. Flanagan towards the goal. It didn't make it. The near side. Ragaseo couldn't hold it in. Katsonis trying to dance around him. It hit the skate of Ragaseo and stayed in. Pass back towards the goal. Martin had to play it. Now pops out again. Aiello swings it around. Sepulveda right back down low behind the net. Cusack steps through two defenders, slides one on goal. Pad stop Martin. Flanagan holds it in. Does so again around Katsonis, and Cusack to the corner, gets on it. Cusack swings it towards the front. No one home in the crease in the white jersey. Back the other way come the Thunderbirds. Head up, drop pass that time coming from Ryan Donnelly. And Geduldig trying to find it. Ragaseo in to help. Back the other way comes Flanagan and the Chiefs. Aiello able to move it quickly. It banked off the end boards. Pops out towards the front. Flanagan couldn't get a shot away. Ragaseo, who had a goal called back in that opening period, moves it to Ivers. He's checked to the boards by Aiello, but is able to keep the puck there behind the goal. Eventually it's chipped out. Dangerous play. Sepulveda with a hit that time. Keeps the puck alive in the offensive zone, and he's able to find the puck. Katsonis down on the ice at center ice. Just able to get back into the zone now as it was swung on goal, where it's gloved by Noah Martin. .11:39 left in the middle frame. First of two here on the South Rink. The first of two JV games here tonight will end in a forfeit. Will not be played between St. Anthony's Black and Ward Melville. Up the boards. Schmalacher deflects towards the goal. Diving on it to get the cover is Martin. East Islip, though, applying the pressure here to start the middle frame. Final game of the night. Smithtown Hauppauge JV Blue against Sachem JV. Both those teams struggling here in the early going and looking for their first wins. That should be a good one. Still about a month and a half into the season, but for these teams struggling, it's just about go time here. A shot on, score! Irizarry buries that one, and it's 4-1 Chiefs. Iliano with the almost no look there, spin around pass, able to put it right on the tape of Irizarry, who shoots it back against the grain and buries it. And the Chiefs' lead now grows to 3. They finally break through here in the second after controlling the majority of the period. Says Eli Irizarry from Connor Ivers and James Penny. Looks like 17 on the replay, but officially on the score sheet right now. Give the assist to 13 and 14. And look out here, Ivers off and running. 2-on-1, fielding back, centers it across. Irizarry again, no, off the toe of Martin. This time comes up with a big save. Ivers finds it. Backhands one towards the goal, just wide. Thunderbirds trying to clear as the ice has been tilted this period. And they do. Great poke, though, by Ivers at the line on Bermudez. Ivers sweeps it in. Fielding gets to it. Bouncing puck. Delayed offside here. That allows some time for the Thunderbirds, most notably James Utweiler, and he clears. Shot on, save Martin, who finds it and covers. Well, very similar looking play to the goal here, this time a 2-on-1, and this time Noah Martin is able to make the save. Just got a piece of it. A huge stop. His night is over. He heads to the bench. About halfway through this hockey game. Entering the game, that looks like number 31, Grant Cowder. Cowder has played 5 games this year, 7.03 goals against. He's 1-4. Try and springboard the momentum here between the pipes. A pretty solid night by Martin, but the ice has been tilted here for East Islip. Really, since they gave up that opening goal, they've come right back. They've had to kill off a few penalties as well, but nothing all that dangerous on the power plays. For Connetquot Sayville, turnover. Patrick Penny fights through a check. Penny, a shot. Where is it? It popped up in the crease and wide rebound off the outside of the goal. Flipped out in front. Bouncing puck to the crease. Knocked away from Penny. That puck popped up in the air. Off of Cowder, who's been greeted rudely by the East Islip offense. Near turnover that time as Long applying the forecheck. Delivers a hit. Walton with a hit. Puck stays in. Here's Penny. Penny with a move. Another nice cut to the back end. Penny between the legs. Stopped and covered by Cowder. Nearly one for the highlight reel. We still will show it, because how about these two moves? And then between the legs, Cowder all over it though. Makes a huge stop for his team. T-Birds clear off the draw. Now it's James Penny with 2 goals already, including one from his own blue line. Centers it. Oh, he had a man in front, and Cusack couldn't get the shot away. Now he does and scores. Cusack's got his second. It's 5-1. Had a great look that time. Couldn't quite settle the puck. He's able to turn and whip it on goal, though. Looks like it may have caught Cowder off guard and just gets it inside that post. All East Islip right now here in the second. Gadoldig blocked the pass and puts it in deep. Fielding to the line. Schmalacher couldn't quite hold it in. Penny gets to it. Penny brings it in. Swoops to the circle. Penny on goal. Cowder the save and then covers. East Islip comes right back into the attacking zone after scoring a goal. We're 10 seconds shy to the halfway point of the hockey game. Both teams making line changes here. Gasek and his line will enter against Gadoldig's line. He'll stay out there with a new pairing as well at the point in the form of Walsh and Hay. Jonathan Katsonis on for Konstantinos. Followed up by Jonathan. Katsonis is hard at work in the offensive corner. Now Hay. Centering pass picked off Cusack. Cusack down the ice. Bermudez. Getting back on it. Cusack, though, giving it a run. He had to move it quickly. Walsh steps up, tries to hold it in. It gets by her, and Hay waiting back on it. Bermudez able to bring that puck in, but then lost it, and it's banked out. Regaseo. Godoldig hustling back, 1-on-3. His shot slowed up and covered. .641 left in the middle frame. 2 goals from the Chiefs in this period, and they're in command right now. It's been a while, I'll say that, since Connetquot Sayville has got a shot towards Declan Grief. They'll look to do so here, but couldn't clear. Walsh stepped up, and Irizarry holds it in. Ivers trying to work his way to the front. Donley took it away and clears. Hay gets back on it, moves it ahead for Walsh. Down the ice, Aiello. Aiello's pass picked off, into the corner it goes, and Ivers the first one on it. Ivers trying to center, good stick that time by Calder. Skated out, Antoniou 1-on-1, trying to get through, it's a breakaway. Antoniou moving in, saved by Grieve. Best chance of the period so far. Unable to convert. Believe that was Walsh on the back check, which forced the outside shot. Maybe a little bit earlier than Antoniou would have liked, but a great look nonetheless. Ivers, speaking of great looks, works his way to the front. Save made and ends up back on goal, where it will be covered. Here's another look at that last partial breakaway attempt. Joel Antoniou has had himself a pretty good night tonight as far as creating offense goes. That time, though, a great stop by the netminder of East Islip, Declan Grieve. Flip towards the goal. That was a dangerous bounce there, but Bermudez knocked it behind. Sepulveda waiting for it. Dances through, back to the circle, dropped it off for a teammate. Tough angle try, standing, stopped the rebound, loose in the crease, sprawling for it, and trying to cover. Where's the puck? It's still loose. The ref is right on the net. He's not blowing it dead, and now he will. Well, we'll catch the tail end of that play. There's not much going on here, but you see the ref gets there, everyone kind of stops for a moment. He doesn't blow the whistle. The puck's loose under there somewhere. But what a defensive stand that time by Grant Calder. And the defense of Connetquot Sayville. Well-deserved rest for that line. Created a little bit of offense as well, something the Thunderbirds haven't seen much of tonight, especially in this period. Here's Patrick Penny. Bermudez watching him. Penny sweeps it towards the front off the stick of Calder and went just wide. Pops back out to the circle. It wouldn't go. Flanagan loads up a slapper off a stick and just sitting there in the slot available. Rake goes to the line. Flanagan holds it in. Off a skate, Rakos will skate it out himself. The lone goal scorer tonight for the Thunderbirds. Moves it in. Sepulveda gets to it. Trying to take them out himself. He'll just sweep it to an open area of the ice. Fielding couldn't get there in time, and it's delayed offside. And Walton has room, so he'll bring it in. Drops it to Sepulveda. Has teammates going to the goal, to the backhand. Couldn't get the pass away. Good defense by Bermudez. That time the pass picked off. Maddox Bermudez having a solid night defensively. And here he is with the puck. Out to neutral ice. Sepulveda to Walton. Banks it ahead. Puck still available, and Long will go back down with it. No icing. Here's Bermudez. Held in. Behind the goal it goes. Stuff attempt, and able to hold his ground that time was Cowder, despite the rebound hacks and whacks at it. Here's that last sequence where he made the diving save that just trickled wide on Lucas Long. He's come in and made a couple crucial saves, keeping his team within shouting distance, so they still trail by 4 in the latter stages of the second period. Kept away from Cusack. Bouncing puck up in the air. It's Schmalacher who holds it in and does good work that time. Hoping to keep it deep. Working on Edwin Ramirez. Cleared out. Jonathan Katsonis. Godoldig trying to catch him. Katsonis moving into the circle. Takes a shot. Looking to sneak it up high and went too high with it. Aiello holds it in. Godoldig now. There was a man behind the defense in the form of James Penny. Cusack couldn't get it to him. See how aggressive Penny gets offensively. He's got 2 goals already tonight. Konstantinos Katsonis throws a triple team, and then his pass didn't make it through. To the blue line, Aiello stops it. Towards the goal, knocked down. And Cusack will flip it out to center. Under 2 minutes left in the period. Puck cleared out, Katsonis. Penny gets there, takes the puck away, and goes behind with it. Here's Penny. To the outside, knocked off his stick. Katsonis will bring it back in. Get the blue line. They'll dump it in and head off for a change. 80 seconds left in the period. Donnelly has to pinch down. Cusack put the pressure on. Now he tries to wrestle it away from Katsonis. Katsonis working 1-on-3 again. This time it's cleared out. Down the ice, and it will be an icing against East Islip. So a little bit more offensive zone time here for the T-Birds as they try and get a goal up on the board, at least one here before time expires in the period. One minute left in the frame. A centering pass, bouncing around in the crease. No goal, it was shoved in just after the whistle. Looks like the net may have popped off a little bit as well. You see Hay deflects it into his goalie. It was under his pad. You could see it sitting underneath, and just before it was whacked in, the referee blows it dead. So he lost sight of the puck. Tough break that time for the Thunderbirds. 54 left in the period. And Tanier trying to get a stick free. Backhands one on goal. Save made. So both teams with a goal waved off in some capacity here tonight. And now it's Hay. Clear the head. Bouncing puck. Look out, Ivers. Gets to it. Ivers. Oh, what a save by Connor. He was actually leaning towards his left, but kept his right pad in position and got it. Down the ice and out of his goal to move it and keep it away from Antoniou was Grieve. Wild ending to this period. A no goal. A good look down one end. And the Ivers have one more. 2 seconds and 1. Got to shoot it. It'll run out of time. After the horn, one last save by Calder. A dominant period for the East Islip Chiefs. T-Birds get some pressure in the latter stages, but it's 5-1 after 2. Last look at this Iver chance here to end the period. 5-1 after 2 here for the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. And we're back for period number 3 here on the LI Sports Network. Brady Campbell with you alongside Wally Mitchell. On camera, period 3 underway. As that puck played down by a high stick. Dominant period that time by East Islip. Found the back of the net twice. Outscored Connetquot Sayville 2-0 in that frame. And controlled the play for about the first 75% of it before Connetquot Sayville start to get their chances. And here's Patrick Penny. Centers it. Shot, missed the net wide. Long. Didn't have much room to work with, but just missed. Center pass. Oh, Cowder had to make a save on what looked like his own teammate that time on the dangerous centering feed. Just got it right near the goal line. Pressure stays dialed up here for East Islip. Desperate for their first win of the season. They played a solid 30 minutes of hockey so far. Walton and Rakos shoulder together in the corner. Penny finds it. His shot blocked. Long. Nice move to get around Donley. Centers it. Knocked away by Rakos. Rakos found the puck, but it was checked off his stick. Donley with the follow-up just gets it past Flanagan and back out. Delayed outside against East Islip. Oh, big collision. Delayed penalty here against East Islip. Back the other way, 2-on-2. Connetquot Sayville. Rakos just missed. And a couple more players bumped down. Then we get a power play coming up here. Rakos with the chance to nullify the penalty but get a big goal. It stays 5-1, but Walton with his second trip to the box tonight. Another power play opportunity. You can't say the Thunderbirds haven't had many. Here's another chance. They haven't converted just yet. Charging is the penalty against Walton. And Flanagan off the bench will head to the box. It did look like the official signaled a misconduct motion as well. See what the exact penalties are, but it is a 2-minute power play here for Connetquot Sayville. It starts with a face-off win. So charging in a 10-minute misconduct against Nico Walton. You could see he had that hit lined up for a bit too long. It's also relatively high, and the officials caught that one. Antoniou working back in. Trying to get a crucial power play goal and swing the momentum. Hey, Donley couldn't quite hold it in. Excuse me, that's fielding. And now it's Maddox Bermudez. Here's Burns. Burns throws it in. Antoniou flicks it up, tried to get it to himself. Penny, though, will pop it out to center. Walsh. Ahead, Ivers deflects it in halfway through this power play. Not much so far for the team on the advantage. Antoniou. Back in. Tries to get it towards the net. Penny got a piece of his stick and it went to the corner. Around, Fielding. Will hold it in, throws it towards the goal, blocked down. Penny springing, looking for Ivers. It gets by him down the ice, but he'll be the first one on it. Takes it to the corner, overskated it though, and Bermudez says thank you very much. Just 30 seconds left though on this power play, and Walsh steps up to hold it in. Walsh lifts the stick of Bermudez, tries to find it, and it hit the outside of the goal. Great individual effort that time from Avery Walsh. Just ran out of room on that short side. Short-handed nonetheless, dying seconds of this power play for Connetquot Sayville, and it looks like they'll run out of time here again. Back to 5 aside. Although Nico Walton still in there for about another 8 minutes. Bermudez shot, angles wide, pops back towards the front. Grieve kept it away. Bermudez finds it, tries to stuff it, could not. It comes back to him. Takeaway though, and here's Ivers one-on-one as Matthew Fielding hustles back. Ivers takes it wide. Ivers takes it in, fanned on it. He had some room on the back end and fanned on the backhand shot. Stick in the goal. Counter stick, that is in the net. Now he's trying to recover it as it brought into his crease. And he covers the puck. Scrambling, trying to grab his stick with the puck behind the net. And instead of to make the save on those wraparound attempts. 10:41 left in this up and down third period so far. Neither team has found the back of the net though. Shot on, save counter. Aiello reverses course. Katsonis waits on it. Regaseo puts it in deep. Aiello gets there. Cusack the steal. Lost it. Around it comes Katsonis. Flips it out. Schmalacher. It hopped his stick. Penny gets to it. Penny from the red line puts it in deep. 10 minutes remaining in regulation time. The score has not changed here in the third period. Still a 5-1 lead for East Islip as Konstantinos Katsonis and Schmalacher hit the deck. Jonathan finds it and goes back behind his own goal with it. The other two players pop back up to their feet. Penny at the blue line. Deflected just wide. Cusack got a piece of it. Center it. Regaseo stopped, rebound, and it stayed out. Counter lost his stick in the process. I'm not sure if he got a piece of that. We'll have to get another look at it. Still hasn't grabbed his stick as Cusack brings it back in. Stumbled down to the ice, lost the puck though. Great checking that time though from Godoldig, keeps the play alive. Cusack takes it behind the net. Cross ice, Penny turns, shoots, and it looked like it hit that loose stick in front. And now grabbing it is Collar. He's reset again as Cusack turns one on and he makes a right pad save. What a sequence for Grant Calder and his stick. Katsonis pokes it ahead. Aiello heads off. Defensive pairing in the change here as the puck goes right through the crease. Here's Jack Iliano. Drops it off for Ryan Schmalacher. Ivers fielding, couldn't hold it in. Bermudez back on it. Clears it ahead. Only white jerseys there. Overskated though by Irizarry. On for Ivers. Ivers takes it wide. Ivers head up, sweeps it in front. It was just behind Sepulveda. Banked out by Jake Gasek. This is fielding. Bouncing puck. His try blocked. And Ivers over skates. Rakos holds it in. Gasek gets locked up that time. 2-on-2 battle in the corner. And Sepulveda will skate it out. From the red line, dumps it in. Bermudez hustling back on it. Gets there first, up the boards. Ivers waiting for it though. Ivers trying to center. Knocked away. Irizarry held it in. Long ways without a whistle here in this third period. So we played a little more than half of it, and now, on cue, we get an offside. How about some of those saves on that last sequence? This is the one, James Penny looking for the hat trick. And I believe, yep, right off the loose stick of goaltender Grant Calder. Quick drop of the puck. We'll have to see that other great save he made, and may have gotten the rebound as well. Avery Walsh steps up here. Looks like Walsh, usually a defenseman playing forward, with just 6.5 to play in a 4-goal lead. Flanagan brings it in. Flanagan taken away, and back come the T-Birds. Irizarry, first one on it. Keeps it moving up the boards. Burns, though, was able to hold it in at the half wall. Patrick Penny for Walsh. Avery Walsh, head up. Takes it wide, trying to get through Bermudez. She does. Picks it up on the other side. Centering pass. Long chopped at it. Couldn't get a hold on it. Centering pass. Got blocked behind. Here's Burns. Irizarry steps up, holds it in, flips it on goal. Save made, and the rebound popped right over the stick of Lucas Long. 5.5 left here in this one. Things not looking all too good for the T-Birds here, as they were looking for their second win of the season coming into this one. Still trailing by 4. Long with a nice move. Long over the line. Bermudez on the back check. Puts a shoulder into him as he played it to the corner. Penny flips one towards the front. Save made, diving across Calder. Long couldn't get the shot away. Great defense that time, and storming ahead with it is Antoniou. Bermudez ensured that that shot wouldn't get on goal, and now he joins the rush. Antoniou tries to stuff it, and it's stopped by Grieve, and he covers. So look at that previous sequence just before that stick save with it along the ice. Raguseo, one save, rebound with the paddle. A great stop there as he got a piece and met Raguseo at the point of attack. And here he is, number 28 with the puck to Ivers. Ivers, burst of speed to the outside. Ivers fends off a defender with his body, takes it wide, plays it off the outside of the goal. Penny, flip towards the front on goal, save made. And this puck will just clear the blue line. Here's Ivers over the line. Drops off. Raguseo in the slot. Flicks it on goal. Where is it? It missed wide as it trickled past the goalie Calder. Then makes another save. Has to retrieve his stick again nearby. Penny holds it in. Cross ice. Flick towards the net. Back door. A shot pass attempt. Topped over Cusak's stick. Under 4 minutes to play. Standing in the box now is Nico Walton. He'll be able to join the fray relatively soon. after his 10-minute misconduct. Jonathan Katsonis clears it to Konstantinos Katsonis. And it's fought in, but Penny plays it right back out. Ramirez to an open area of the ice. Ivers, the only one there on it. Ivers to Penny, back to Ivers. Over the line, it was blocked by Katsonis. Now Ramirez delayed offside. James Penny couldn't quite hold the zone. Katsonis, cross ice. Delayed offside here, just barely, and Rakos tried to pull it back. Gave it away to Ivers. Great stick, though, by Jonathan Katsonis. Hay retrieves it. Up the boards it goes, Rakos. Katsonis fights it through to the slot. Backhand try misses wide on the stick of Utwiller. Stuff attempt, good defensive stick that time. Cusack for Ragaseo. Over the line, takes it wide. Ragaseo centers, picked off. To the blue line, Caleb Hay waiting for it. Tries to throw it too. It ended up on Ivers' stick. Cusack scores! A hat trick for Robert Cusack. Puts it away for East Islip. Hay shot deflects right to Connor Ivers, who fights it through. First shot stopped. But Cusack finds the rebound on the backhand and makes it work. A 6-1 lead with just over 2 minutes left here in this one. Rakos trying to respond. Flicks one wide. Kasek centers. Antoniou fights one on and responds for the T-Birds. Makes it a 6-2 game. Looks like it'll be a bit too little too late. But a very solid game for Joel Antoniou, and he finally gets rewarded for it. Stick handling in the phone booth right there, but gets the shot away. High blocker over the shoulder of Calder. Excuse me, Declan Grieve. Wrong team. Who has had a solid showing tonight. Had a rough go of it in the last one. Played pretty well, all things considered. Did give up all of the 8, though, in an 8-7 overtime loss to the best team in the division, Sachem, in a thrilling game, but it looks like the Chiefs will get on the board in this campaign here tonight. Although here come the Thunderbirds. Back in, Antoniou to the backhand. One more. No, it stayed out. It looked like he had Grieve beat. All he had to do was lift it over him, and somehow it stayed out as we hit the final minute. Otherwise, things would have gotten ever so slightly interesting. But Walsh brings it in. Her shot blocked off to the corner, and Ivers gets to it. Shot blocked, trying to find it, Iliano, and ends up on goal where it was stopped. Ivers. Looks like Walsh is back at the defensive position. Ivers, the no-look pass towards Walsh, but Gasek was right there. And then Gasek trying to take it away. Does. Brings it in 2-on-1. Drops it off. Takes a high hit. Oh, what a move from Antoniou. And he buries it with just 17 seconds left on the delayed penalty here on the high hit from Irizarry on Gasek. How about this finish here? Deked Grieve right out of his skates. Too little too late, though, for this Thunderbirds team, who has had their chances over these last few minutes. But one more chance here for the Chiefs. Ivers to the backhand, sweeps it in front, save made right at the horn. Where is it? It will not count, but it will not matter for the Chiefs as they get the 6-3 win here tonight and get their first victory on the season. Thunderbirds will drop to 1-5 themselves. Hard-fought battle. They got the opening goal. They got the last two. Pushing just a bit too late. Ran out of time in this one. And the East Islip Chiefs, off a strong performance from Declan Grieve and a hat trick from Robert Cusack, ride the wave to victory. 2 goals as well for James Penny. And a big-time win for this team. We'll see how much this does for the momentum. Despite the loss in overtime, they proved that they could hang with the top team in the division. They come out firing here tonight and pick up a big win. That'll do it for a coverage here. This one, reminder, the next game here on the South Rink between St. Anthony Black and Ward Melville junior varsity action has been canceled due to forfeit by Ward Melville. So St. Anthony's JV Black picks up the win there. So we will not carry the coverage of that game because, of course, it is not going to be played. But we will be back in a little bit here on the South Rink for our final game of the night. Smithtown Hauppauge JV Blue versus Sachem JV. Both those teams looking for their first win on the season. Something's got to give there. Be sure to tune into the North Rink. Travis Quigley and Paul Trentini will have you for their coverage for the first 2 games over there. As far as I know, all the games are being played over there. But that'll do it for our coverage here this one. For Wally Mitchell on the camera, I'm Brady Campbell signing off. The final score, first win of the season for the Chiefs. The East Islip Chiefs, Black Team 6. And the Connetquot Sayville Gold Thunderbirds 3. You've been tuned into the Suffolk County High School Hockey League developmental action right here on the LI Sports Network.